Good morning, students. Today we will continue the remaining part of lesson number 5, spreadsheet and introduction. Deleting the contents in a cell. Select the cell whose contents have to be deleted and press the delete key or right click and select delete from the shortcut menu. From this way we can delete the contents of a cell. Next is inserting a row or column. Sometimes while working in a worksheet, we need to insert a row or column in between. Number 1, inserting a row. We follow these steps. Step number 1, click on a cell above which you want to enter a new row. Then click Home tab, then Insert arrow, then Insert sheet row. Here you can see the new row is inserted. Next is inserting a column. How to insert a column in a worksheet? Number 1, click on a cell on the left side of the new column, then click Home tab, then insert arrows in the cells group, then insert sheet columns. Here you can see the new column is inserted. You can see. Next is deleting a row or column. Select the row or column you wish to delete by clicking on the row or column header. Then click Home tab and press Delete key. From this way, we can delete a row or column. Next is resizing rows and columns. Sometimes the data we are entering in a cell may not fit the standard width of the column. Then how to resize a single column? First we will discuss resizing a single column. On the column header, click the column's right boundary. The mouse pointer will change into a cross. You can see this symbol. Then use this cross to drag the boundary on the right side until the column is of the width you want. Then resizing multiple columns. How? Step number 1, select the columns, then click Home tab, then Format arrow, then column width. Then enter the new width. Here we have given column width 15. You can see this is the width of column. Resizing a single row. Drag the boundary below the row heading until the row is of the height you want. Resizing multiple rows. Select the rows, then click Home tab, then Cells group, then go to Format arrow, then row height. Then enter the new height of your row. Here you have given the row height is 20. You can see. Next is aligning the text in a column. Students, select the range of a cells, then use the alignment button in the Home tab to adjust the alignment of the text in the cells. We can align the text vertically or horizontally. For vertical alignment, click Top Align, Middle Align, or bottom align. For horizontal alignment, click align left, align center or align right. Next is changing the text rotation. Number 1, select the cell or range of cells containing the text you want to rotate. Then click home tab, then orientation and pick the rotation angle that you want. Next, changing the font type, size and color of the contents. Select the cells you want to format, then click the home tab, then go to font group to format the cell. Next, filling a cell with color. Select the cell with the cell pointer, then choose a color from the fill color palette on the home tab. Next is drawing a border around a range of cells. How to do all these things? Number 1, select the range of cells, then click home tab, then go to borders arrow, then select the border from the menu. We use border around a cell, around a range of cells to make our worksheet attractive, eye-catching. Copying a range of cells. To copying a range of cells to another location, we can use any one of the following method. Number 1, select the range to be copied, then click the copy button in the home tab, then step number 3, click the cell which is to be the first cell of the copied range, then step number 4, click paste from the home tab. The range gets pasted to the new location. The original data remains where it was. You can see first it was here, then after copying you can see one more text, same text. Next is autofill. Children, the autofill features of Excel lets you fill a range of cells with a series of data without actually typing it. Instead of entering data manually on a worksheet, you can use the autofill feature to fill cells with data that follows a pattern or that is based on the data in other cells. Filling a range with a series of numbers. Autofill can fill a series of numeric values such as 10, 15, 20 and so on, or a series of date values. Click the first cell, then type the first value in the series. Then click on adjacent cell and type the second value in the series. Then select the two cells and move the mouse over the button. Right corner of the second cell will change in minus sign will change to the plus sign. Then click and drag down to fill a vertical range or across a horizontal range. Point number 6, as you drag through each cell, Excel displays the series value. Then release the mouse and then Excel will fill the range with the values. Autofill increment recognizable numeric, date, month and time values when you drag the fill handle, even if you select one cell. Next is performing calculations. Students, spreadsheets are used extensively to handle huge amounts of data on which calculation can be carried out. They are used in accounting firms, offices, and even at home by people to maintain accounts. Let us see how we can use Excel to carry out simple mathematical calculations. Say we need to add three numbers 45, 89 and 35. To add this in any cell, click on the cell, type. First we will write equal sign, then we will write 45, then plus 89 plus 35 and press enter. The result of the addition will appear in the cell. Let us take another example. No need to take another example. I think you understand. Rules to be followed while using formula. There are some certain rules to use Excel calculation. All formulas should be begin with an equal sign. This is a single to Excel that the cell entry is a formula and not a value. Then second, formula can contain values, references, operators, etc. Next, we can also use cell addresses with formula. Next, for example, equal sign B12 plus C12 minus D12, where B12, C12 and D12 are cell addresses. Then next point, formula are not case sensitive. Case sensitive means you can write in small letters or in capital letters, no problem. Then equal sign in bracket A1 plus B1 is the same as equal sign A1 plus B1. Students, now this chapter is over here. I hope you understand, you enjoy this chapter, and the question answers and exercise I will send next week. Thank you very much.